Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Our mission here at the garage, guys, is to save you as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Let's go ahead and start on it now. We're going to show you how to remove and replace the passenger side engine mount on a Volkswagen Jetta or Volkswagen Golf 4 generation from 99 all the way until 2005. Stay with us to see how we are going to do that, and don't forget to subscribe for one new video every day. Alright guys, first you need to drain the coolant, so stay with us to see how to do that. So what you need to do, guys, first you need to go on the passenger side. You need to jack up the right side all the way in the air. You need to put it on jack stand, never rely on the jack itself. And you need to go after that to the driver's side. By jacking up the left side, the passenger side of the vehicle, we're going to make it tilted that way, so all the coolant will come right here, and that's where the valve is. So all we have to do is just turn it by hand, open it, okay, and they tend to get stuck a little bit, but you open it and then you pull it out. Okay, and what you need to do next, you need to go and remove the cap on the coolant reservoir right here, because right now there is a lot of vacuum in the system and it's not going to come out. And once you do that, you see how fast the coolant will come out and it will flush the system. Okay. Alright guys, so it's going to take you probably about 2-3 minutes to empty the whole system, and after that what you need to do, you need to go ahead, push on the valve and turn it clockwise now to the right and get it tight, make sure it's not leaking. And now that's how you drain the coolant. Alright guys, after you drain the coolant, now you need to remove the sensor for the level. You need to push down and then push right here to release the clip, and all you need to do is just pull up. And on the back side there is one more, so it's two of them. You need to press on both, okay, just like that, and you can remove the sensor. Now with the pliers you need to remove that clamp right here. It's been already removed, I don't know why, they forgot to install it last time. And now you need to push that hose out of the way, that's the overflow hose. Okay, it's not very important, but it's good to install the clamp on it. And next, there is two screws, one right here in the back with a Phillips screwdriver, okay, and one next to it, but it's on the right side. So together two screws now, and after that you can go ahead and pull it up a little bit, and then we have one more hose on the bottom that we will need to remove. That's the main hose there. Okay, so you need to remove that clamp, get it out of the way. Those are pretty tight. Okay, just like that, it's going to pop up. Okay, right there, and just you need to jump it over the lip there, and it's pretty tight, almost there. That will give you a hard time. It's easier with bigger pliers. And now we need to remove that hose as well. You can grab it and turn it, and it's going to come loose. Okay, just go left, right until it comes out of there, like that. So after you remove it, after that you need to remove those hoses out of the power steering reservoir, and with a 10mm socket there is one nut that you need to remove that holds the reservoir to the, as you can see, bolt, actually long bolt to the engine mount. And now you can pull it up, okay, like that on the side. And now you don't have to remove the power steering reservoir because you can access the bolts like that. But we're going to install actually a timing belt as well today, so we'll just remove it so we have more room and to show you exactly what to do, guys. Alright guys, next what we'll need to do, in order to remove the engine mount, we will need to secure the engine. We will need to get a jack and put a wood block on the jack, and we'll need to jack the engine up a little bit, okay, as you can see, just like that. But always put a wood block, because otherwise you're going to punch a hole. That's aluminum, oil pan, and it's very soft, so always use a wood block, big wood block. So what we will need to do now, right here there is two bolts with 18mm socket, one there and one right here, that we'll need to remove, and those are usually pretty tight. We got them loose already, so we can use the little impact and save you some time. You can see just like that, and make sure that the engine is supported, it's lifted even a little bit, and it's jacked up. Okay, second bolt. And now what we will need is a 16mm socket, and we will need to remove two more, one right there and one in the back. Okay, just like that. You can see what it looks like, and now the one on the back side. Okay, and after that we have one more with a 13mm socket right there. We need to remove that bolt. And there is one more in the backs, on the back as well. So two of them with the 13. Okay, we got it ready to go now. Okay, I like that bolt and the one on the back side right there as well. So two with the 13mm socket. Okay, just like that. And now you can go ahead and pull them out. Okay. And this is that little metal plate, that's the support for the, I think, for the reservoir for the power steering fluid. And now you can go ahead and pull the engine mount out. Okay, just like that. You can see, pretty simple, guys. And now you just need to get a new one and put it back together the same way we took it apart, actually in reverse order, but it will be the same procedure. Thank you guys for watching, don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully guys the video was helpful. Please do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Guys, we have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels that can, guys, save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Check them out. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.